Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and today's video is going to be very exciting because we are talking about a brand that I have been following for quite some time before they even technically were a brand, known as Makeup for Melanin Girls. Now, if you guys follow them, I know there's a lot of black girls out there that follow them and love them. They started off as an Instagram page that just really highlighted black women and melanated women in makeup. They were giving a spotlight and a platform for a lot of voices that were just completely ignored in this industry for a very long time, and they eventually started making their own makeup. If I'm not mistaken, they started off with, it was either lip products or a glitter palette. They had like a pressed glitter palette, and so many brands actually made versions of their palette. And then I know that they have like a full range of lip products, and they also have really beautiful lashes. And just this past Monday, August 17th, they launched their very first eyeshadow palette, which is like not the pressed glitter palette, but an actual eyeshadow palette known as the Power Palette. And very excitingly, I actually applied to be a part of their initial PR launch. They were, looking for people to be a part of a program with them to help, help promote their products, but also to help those people grow. I applied for that like way back when, that I even kind of forgot that I applied for it, and I was contacted about a week before their launch to let me know that I had been accepted into the program. So they sent me a really beautiful PR package filled with a brand new palette, some of the lip products, and an eyelash. So I am just so grateful. I opened it and was just kind of like, what, when I got the email, and I was just thanking God and praying and just so grateful. But all thoughts and everything are of course going to be my own, because I'm a keep it 100 with you guys as always. But you guys do know that I am, I don't like to bash anything or anybody, so I'm gonna be like very respectful with whatever I say, of course. So this is the Power Palette. I absolutely love this palette. I also love it because the art on the front looks just like one of my best friends, my best friend Jasmine, who has been supporting my channel since the beginning. This looks like her, and every time I look at it, I just think of her. So I'm in love with this palette already. And when you open it, you have all of these beautiful shades. It is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette, and it has a nice array of neutrals, some bolder colors, and a nice mix of mattes and shimmer tones. So this is a beautiful palette, and I'm just really excited to play around with it. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off by explaining to you guys how I do my priming for looks. It depends what I'm doing. If I'm doing kind of more of a bolder statement look, then I prime in a certain way. If I'm doing something very simple, then I prime a different way. I'm kind of doing something right in the middle that's going to involve a little bit more technique and work, but that also is relatively simple and easy to do. So I'm going to show you guys how I like to prime as a person of color that also has like a little bit of issues sometimes with colors blending the way that I want in this little area right here above my crease. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I like to do. So to start, I know there are people that are very much against using concealer at all to prime. I think that one, you can do whatever you want, obviously, like it's your face, you do whatever works for you. But two, I find that for women of color, it kind of can work better to use concealer in some cases, because there are a lot of companies out there that don't really factor us in. And so while some people can find a base that works really well for them and blends out into their skin tone, the deeper you go, the harder that is. So I noticed that a lot more women of color have been kind of finding ways to blend in the concealer with the eyeshadow base so that you don't have that like white line or whatever around your eyes where you don't want it to be. So that is kind of what I like to do. I picked up this exact trick from Makeup by Tiffany, or Makeup by Tiffany J, and I really like it. So I'm going in with my Lancome Teint Idole concealer. I just like to use this just to lay down a little bit of something on the outer part of my eye, and I'll use this or the Pat McGrath concealer because she made that to be used as a primer as well on the runway. But basically what I do is I just tap into a little bit of that concealer and I prime the perimeter of my eyes, like right under my brow bone going out, and I just really start kind of pressing that in. And I'm only picking up a little bit of product. Like, I'm not grabbing a lot and packing it on. I'm going in with a very tiny bit of product because a little bit goes a long way. And you don't want to pack on the concealer and have a lot of creasing. And then I travel right down into my crease area and I focus right around this area because I have a little bit of issues where colors can come off kind of patchy. They don't pick up as well right here. So I like to just kind of go over that a bit and just add in a little bit more concealer because that typically helps out that issue. And you guys can already see it just looks a little bit more even and everything as it, you know, in comparison to over here. For the actual lid, where you guys are going to probably have the most bit of oil, like the lid to the crease, right, little crease area right there, that's where I have the most oil on me. I like to use an actual eyeshadow base. So this is the P. Louise base in the shade Rumour number 2. I love this base. I think it works excellently. And I really feel like this one makes my eyeshadows pop in a way that even some of my other favorite bases might not. So I really enjoy using this base. And it dries down nicely, but it still remains a little bit of tackiness so that I don't have to worry about, you know, things not applying correctly. And I will just basically lightly buff that in to my lid. Okay, so I just looked up how to say the first shade that we're going to go in with. This is Funmilayo, this deep burnt orangey red shade. I actually discovered that Funmilayo was somebody that fought for women's suffrage, so that is really awesome. I love when people do something like this with their palettes and they make it also like an educational experience, because now that is something I'm going to go back and research and read more of when I'm done filming. So I'm going to just start packing the shade down. Okay, that is nicely pigmented. Okay. I like that a lot. So what I'm doing is like a spotlight halo eye situation. It's going to be smoked out. So I know I want to kind of do like a little winged out shape. So I'm going to just kind of let this drift off to the side here. And I'm going to pop a little bit more color right in the inner corner. I really like the tones of these shadows. All right, now I'm going to go in with the shade Rosa, which is this top shade here. Pretty positive this shade is named after Rosa Parks. And I am just going to pat this right on top of that deeper shade that we sat down. I am getting the teensiest bit of kickback from the shade Rosa, but that's nothing that really bothers me. I don't mind a lot of kickback. I don't mind, well, I don't mind kickback as long as the product is performing. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is just patting down the product and then I'm going back and just blending it out a little bit. I'm not letting it touch up top just yet. At least I'm avoiding it touching. If it touches, like, because I'm blending it, just, you know, the two ends meet, that's fine, but I'm not actively trying to make it touch just yet. And I am adding a little bit more product just to go back in with that initial blend, particularly on the outer corner. It's already performing quite nicely. Okay, so I'm already going to start the process of just deepening up a little bit of the shade. So I'm going back in with Funmilayo and I'm just taking a little bit of that and just blending that up into the orange a little bit more. Just because you don't want to lose any of the colors that you're putting down when you're doing this. Now we're going to go in with Rosa again, and we're just going to make sure that we're blending the wing part out a little bit. Just blending that orangey shade out top. Now I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Nzinga, this yellow shade right here, and I'm going to use this to blend out the very edges of this shadow up top. So this time we're going to just sweep it across and bring everything in together. I feel like this eye is a little bit higher than this eye, so I'm going to just bring up the shades on this eye a little bit more to make sure that everything is meeting correctly and looking even. Alright, so I quite like the way that this is applied. I'm just going in again and reinforcing all of our shades to make sure we don't lose anything. So I quite like this. The yellow is definitely a little bit softer, which I'm not necessarily mad about because I would probably be annoyed if it was just a super like in your face yellow, but it's definitely like softening everything up and blending out nicely, so I like that. So for this shimmer, I'm going to go in with the shade Winnie, which is this gold shade right here, and we're going to just apply that in the center. I'm going to first apply it by itself to see how it shows up, and then I'm going to spray the brush because that's typically what I do anyway. I just want to see. Oh, that is way more pigmented than I was expecting. I might not have to spray the brush. Wow. I'm going to flip on the other side, and I'm going to take this shimmer shade Michelle, which I feel like it's named after Michelle Obama. I'm going to take this shimmer shade because it's just, I feel like in on camera it's showing up a little bit lighter, but it's actually a lot deeper in person. And I'm going to use this to kind of just start blending this shimmer into the matte shadows a little bit more. And now I'm going to go back in with the shade Fumalayo, this shade right here, and blend these deeper shades out a little bit more. Make sure everything looks nice and blended. I know it looks like low-key a mess right now with the wings and everything, but like I said, we're gonna clean all that up so it'll all come together. Now, again, we're going to go in with Rosa just to make sure we don't lose that orangey bit that we have going on. And we can go back out into that wing a bit. And then one more time with Nzinga. And I'm going to just blend that out. A little bit more of the shade Winnie. So now we have the eyes are nice and cleaned up, and now you can actually kind of see the look, and I think it looks really pretty. So what I'm going to do right now is hop off camera and finish my base, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys the lashes on, and we're going to do the lip product, and then I'm going to finish up the eyes and give you guys my final thoughts. All right, guys, so I am completely made up and ready to go. I love these lashes. So we're just going to finish up with going in under the eye. I've already done like eyeliner and everything. So we're just going to finish this up. I'm going to just take the shade Ya and then blend that out with Fumalayo. And then I think just for good measure, I'm going to take a little bit of Rosa and just blend that out underneath as well. Alright, so the only thing left to do right now is the lips, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start off with Glory Lip Liner from Makeup Revolution. I have been, oh my god, what happened to it? I'm going to start off with Glory Lip Liner from Makeup Revolution. I've been loving this lip liner, so I'm going to go ahead and line the lips with this. Depending on what I'm trying to do, I either like to rub my lips together or take a brush and just kind of blend the line a little bit so that it's already a little blended and ready to blend into whatever product I'm going with next. Okay, so now we're going to take their liquid lipstick in the shade Rust, and we're going to just pop that on. Alright, so I quite like that liquid lipstick. It's very comfortable and it blends it out very nicely with the brown. I didn't want it to be too bright because I felt like, you know, we already had a lot going on up here with the eyes and I wanted everything to just kind of blend together. But yeah, I feel like this looks really nice. Alright, you guys, so this is your completed look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I absolutely love everything that I tried. I am so grateful to Makeup for Melanin Girls for not only sending me this product, but for even creating it, because they have always stood for riding for women of color, and I think that's just such an awesome thing. So thank you guys so much for just being dope and for including me in this campaign. It was such an honor and I'm just so grateful to be a part. If my camera angle changed at all, that's because I actually already filmed this outro, but I realized that I hadn't done my inner corner and something just looked a little bit off. So I'm dedicated and I'm hopping back on for you guys to make sure I finish this out the right way. So I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. I think it's so well formulated. It was so easy to blend, so easy to work with, so incredibly pigmented. Those shimmer shades took me to a whole new level because y'all know how I feel about my shimmer shades. And I just was so in shock by how pigmented they were and how well they worked with everything. I love this look. It's so beautiful. And there's so much variety in this palette. This is perfect. Like the time of the year that they plan to launch this was absolutely perfect because this will take us directly into fall, from end of summer directly into fall. So I'm so in love with all of these. If you guys have any particular shades that you're like, I would love to see in a look, let your girl know, but you'll be seeing this on my channel regardless. You guys know that I love to use what's already a part of my collection. You know, I still go out there and spend some money on some new products, y'all know me, but I do love to use the products that I already have and use them on my channel again and again and again, because I would much rather have a more, you know, cultivated collection, more curated collection than just having a bunch of makeup that I'm not using. So make sure you guys let me know whatever it is that you want to see. As far as the other products that I used today that I wanted to show you guys from Makeup for Melanin Girls, love these lashes. They give this very sexy, sultry vibe while still having a little bit of naturalness to them that I can still see my eyeshadow very clearly. And I love this lipstick. Clearly, it was way more pigmented than what you're seeing right now because I did tone it down to make the eyes a real focal piece. But this is amazing. This formula is so good. It's very comfortable on the lips and it's so pigmented, so definitely these two pigment heavy products are going to show up on every skin tone, which is amazing. So congratulations, Makeup for Melanin Girl. Again, thank you so much for including me in this. Makeup for Melanin Girls is such a fantastic brand. I've been following them for a long time. I'm just so honored to be a part of this launch. So congratulations, Makeup for Melanin Girls. Thank you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see what your next launch will be. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what else you want to see. Let me know if you have any products from this brand already or if you're going to be picking this palette up. And also make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you guys never miss an upload. And if you're feeling real spicy, go ahead and share this video so that other people can come on, find me, and join this beautiful community that we have. With that being said, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, my loves.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last